Weekdays with Wendy, and I'm reading to you from the Love Your Neighbor, No Exceptions daily flip calendar. And today's reading is a scripture passage from the Old Testament book of Proverbs. A gentle answer turns away wrath, but a harsh word stirs up anger. The very words we speak give way to emotions. They give rise to emotions of others and of ourselves. A gentle word turns away anger, but a harsh word stirs up wrath. Now, it's hard to believe, it's hard for me to believe, but it was back in the fall of 2019 that I was part of a small group of people from St. Luke's who traveled to Kenya, Africa. And it was an incredible experience. Many of the people there spoke English in the larger urban areas. But in the rural areas, most people spoke only Swahili. Now, the Swahili language is I don't know how to describe it. It's a happy language. The words aren't harsh, but almost sing-songy. They sound like they rhyme, and it's uplifting. And it kind of reflects the nature of the people there. They're very kind and friendly and happy people. I discovered that the word for green pepper, the vegetable green peppers, the word is pili pili ho ho. Now, I can't say that without smiling. Now, I love green peppers, but when I was a little girl, I didn't. But if somebody had offered me, Wendy, would you like some pili pili ho ho? I would have said, yes, please. I guarantee that the first restaurant I go to when I go back to Kenya, I'm going to order pili pili ho ho. It just makes me smile. And I think they're onto something. If you label something like a green pepper, which many children don't like, if you label it with a fun, happy term, maybe they will like it. Pili pili ho ho. How can you not want some of that? We know that when we label people negative names, it changes their perception of themselves. It changes our perception of them. The more we call people by negative, hurtful names, the more it stirs up anger within us. The more it stirs up kind of harsh, negative feelings. We believe what we call them. And we know that if people are called a name long enough, they start to believe it about themselves. What if we exchange negative names for kind ones? Instead of saying harsh, ugly things about one another, let's swap out what we might say and say something positive instead. That person is such a fellow human being. That person is such a child of God. That person is loved by Christ. If you say that often enough about a person, it'll change your thoughts and emotions toward them. Practice it. Try swapping out a positive, uplifting name for someone instead of something unkind. That person is such a friend. If you want to say it in Swahili, the word for friend is rafiki. That person is such a rafiki. Practice it instead of saying unkind things. Have a great evening. Or in Swahili, jioni mwema.